Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Arsenal BG Ballpark for Game 2 of this three-game series between the Gateway Disco Penguins and the Evansville Otters. Yes, indeed, the Gateway Grizzlies have turned into the Disco Penguins for tonight. It's a little bit of an alternate identity night here for Gateway. They're very disco, very neon. Take a look at those a little bit later, but disco scene here in the St. Louis area as well as the St. Louis Zoo have combined to make the Disco Penguins here on the 27th of May. So we'll be seeing a lot of disco, a lot of penguining, whatever that means. But we're here for Game 2. Game 1 was a bit wild, to say the least. The Otters ended up dropping that one by a score of 7-3, and they had a 6-run sixth inning that sort of brought them to that victory in Game 1 of the series. But as we arrive here on HTN, welcome everybody to Arsenal BG Ballpark. My name is Evan Patoka, and we are ready to go here for Game 2 of the three-game series. The Otters yesterday scored 3 runs in the first inning and were shut down by Ty Good. Ty Good retired 16 straight between the end of the first and the end of the sixth inning. And he ended up going 7 innings, getting the victory in that one, and that 6-run sixth inning gave the Grizzlies momentum and the victory in Game 1 of the series. But it wasn't just that was the big story. The big story was, of course, the umpires, in which there was a lot of controversy yesterday in terms of the sixth inning, in which Dale Thomas hit a liner over the glove of Castillo, and it bounced over the wall. They called it a home run, and, well, it was all just kind of downhill from there as, well, it'll be a lot of tension here in Game 2 as Andy McCauley's not even out there to exchange the lineups with the umpiring crew. It's Caleb Groom, the crew chief. It's Jordan Alfonso doing the balls and strike calling. Caleb Groom, the crew chief, is at third, and Andrew Bernius is at first base. So there was that with the ground rule double. Then there was another issue with a slide at second base by Linscott, took out Sawyer Smith, and then Kyle Goodell had an issue with the umpires. There was a pitch clock violation that was called wrong. And then there was a tag that was missed at second base. There was just so much going on. Andy McCauley and the starter Landon Williman ended up both getting tossed after that ground rule double call that was called a home run, but it was a ground rule double. It was all just everywhere. And now we're back here for Game 2. It's the Disco Penguins and the Otters. On the bright side for the Otters, it is World Otter Day today. So the Otters should theoretically win today. But that's not always how that works because they're 6-10 on Otter Day, May 27th in franchise history, including a 4-2 loss on the Otter Day in 2006. They lost 4-2 against these very Grizzlies. This is the only time these two teams have played against each other on Otters Day. But they're looking to get a win here and move to 12-5, even the series up at 1 apiece, and try and take the series tomorrow. You can see the Disco Penguins uniforms. Kind of looks like what they wore yesterday, but it says Disco Penguins on the front. A lot of neon, a lot of disco, a lot of stuff going on today here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. Well, let's take a look at the lineups, though, for the Disco Penguins today. Sawyer Smith leads off, then Jose Alvarez doing the catching bats second. Mark Schallenberger is in right field batting third. Bryson Horn at first bats in the cleanup spot. Dale Thomas at third bats fifth. Then Victor Castillo doing the DHing. And then the bottom three, Mitchell Sanford, Davey Morgan, and Cole Brannon. On the other side for the Otters, it's John Ponder, Amani Jones, Dennis Pierce, Logan Brown. You know them. You love them. Top four always. Then LG Castillo batting fifth, doing the DHing. Marcos Gonzalez over at third base, bats sixth. Then Sam Lincott, Mark Black, and TJ Salvaggio round out the lineup for the Otters. It's a bit of a warm one today. We had a little bit of sprinkling, but not necessarily supposed to get rain at all during this game, so we should be good on that side. You know, always got to worry about the rain considering the 3 doubleheaders that we played last week, but should be able to get this one in as well as the one tomorrow before heading up north to Chicago to take on Windy City for 2 games. The plate meeting has been concluded as we're about to get set here for the national anthem. Take a little break here at Arsenal BG Ballpark here on the Otters Digital Network. Anthem's over, we're ready to go here in Game 2 of the series. Otters trying to tie things up at 1 apiece, heading to a rubber match tomorrow. Grizzlies trying to win the series as the Disco Penguins. Alternate identity night for them. They're wearing the good old neon uniforms. It looks like they have a lot of weird lasers on the back and front of the jersey. Big disco scene here in the St. Louis area. Didn't realize that until today. But that's why they're the Disco. They're the Penguins because of the St. Louis Zoo. So it all makes sense, but it all also just doesn't really add up because Penguins don't do disco, if you didn't already realize that before. Starting pitcher for the Disco Penguins is Blake Payton. Blake Payton sitting at a 6.23 ERA in 13 innings so far this season, 0-2 record. He last pitched against the Otters in Game 1 of the doubleheader back on the 21st. As we take a look at the defense for Gateway, from left to right field, Sanford Brandon and Schallenberger. It was Victor Castillo, but there was a last-minute switch. It's Schallenberger in right field. Third to first, it's Thomas Smith Morgan and Bryson Horn. And then it's Alvarez doing the catching for Payton. Back on the 21st, Payton threw 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs. 2 of them earned, 4 walks, and a strikeout. That was a 3-0 win for the Otters in Game 1 of that doubleheader. Now we got a full 9 here in Game 2, and It'll be Blake Payton facing off against the top four, Ponder, Jones, Pearson, Brown. Let's look at John Ponder and Dennis Pierce to try and do some damage here against the lefties. Ponder's hitting .538 to start the season against left-handed pitching. On the other side, Dennis Pierce hitting at a smooth .500. Both of them 7 hits each against left-handed starters. The Otters in general are playing amazing against lefty starters, 5-1. And one of those 5 wins came against Payton in that doubleheader game. So just about to get started here for Game 2. Otters trying to get their 12th win and become the first team in the Frontier League to 12 wins. First pitch is driven into deep left center field. Going back on it is Brannon, and that's going to get off the wall. Ponders into second base, and a great start. One pitch, all it took for the leadoff double by John Ponder. Oh, literally just talked about him hitting well against lefties. And first pitch, he sends it all the way off the wall. And he is into second easily with a leadoff double. And that'll bring up Amani Jones. Ponder was tied with Dennis Pierce with the team lead, 6 doubles. That's his 7th, and now he is in control of the team lead. Amani Jones, first pitch is outside for ball 1. Well, Amani Jones from the right side of the plate hit a home run yesterday. Went 2 for 4 with a dinger, 2 ribbies. Pretty good day out in the yard. That 2-run homer came in the first inning. Good first inning offensive team for the Otters. Swung on and missed. This is the first time we've seen this series Amani Jones bat from the right side against the lefty and Blake Payton. Now Ponder at second already here with nobody out. The Otters scored 3 in the first yesterday. Called a strike, and it's 1-2. Amani Jones now 2 homers. Mentioned earlier, there's 5 guys on the team with 2 homers each. Nobody's at 3 quite yet. 1-2. Out in front of it, grounds it down the third baseline. Foul. Still remains at 1-2. Now Blake Payton now in his 4th start of the season. He got the start on the 8th against Mississippi. Gave up 4 hits, 2 earned in 4 innings. Walked 3. Against Joliet on the 14th, 4 innings, 5 earned runs, gave up a home run in that loss to the Slammers. Another one poked away for Jones, still remains at 1-2. Otters are 7-3 when scoring first this season. They were 7-2 before yesterday's loss. Another one fouled away off to the right side. Foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Still remains at 1-2. Payton coming from San Diego. First season with Gateway, signed all the way back on January 15th. Can be a little wild. He does lead the league in wild pitches with 4 out of all starters, and does have 8 walks. Reaches out, pokes one into shallow center. It's slid by shortstop Smith. No play anywhere, though, and Jones will reach on the infield single. Ponder advances to third, and this is exactly how we saw the Otters perform in the first inning yesterday. They scored 3 in the first yesterday, but could not do anything else offensively the rest of the day, as Ty Good was a phenomenal pitcher. He basically was 2 different guys between the first inning and the rest of the game. Ended up going 7 as the first Gateway starter to go 7 innings. Time's called, and a pitch clock violation makes it 1-0. Well, we had a bit of controversy with the pitch clock yesterday on the side of the Otters, but this one goes on the Grizzlies. Dennis Pierce already 1-0 here before he even sees a pitch. Little inside, makes it 2-0. No runners at first and third here with nobody out. Good start here for the Otters here in game 2. 2-0 pitch is low for ball 3, so walk would load the bases here for Logan Brown. He is the only lefty in the lineup today. Sitting all the lefties, Wilbanks, Cruz, Robertson, is Andy McCauley for the lefty Blake Payton. You know, the obvious choice there. That one is outside, and a 4-pitch walk to Pierce. Have the bases now loaded here with nobody out. Well, this is a point where if you're the Otters, you kind of have to score here in the first inning. Get some hits off of Payton early, maybe head to that bullpen a little early. They only used one guy out of the bullpen yesterday after Ty Good's 7 innings. That was Matt Hickey. He pitched 2 scoreless and was a part of the last 8 scoreless frames for Gateway pitching, as that one's fouled away. Makes it 0-1 against Logan Brown. Well, Logan Brown is at 2 homers with 10 RBI on the season. 10 ribbies, tied with Ponder and TJ Salvaggio for the most on the team. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. A good pitcher's count here for Payton. Big first out here if he can get that K. To the inside fastball. Now the 0-2 pitch is just outside, makes it 1-2. Good take from Brown. He almost swung at that one, but ended up checking. Ponder on third, Jones on second with Pierce on first. That's a pop up into foul ground. Thomas has space on the turf, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So a huge first out for Payton, but he still has to get through a couple more guys. Next one being LG Castillo. Castillo, solid start to the season with the Otters. 389, 7 for 18. Now in his 7th game, he has a hit in 5 of his 6 games to start the year off. First pitch a little outside. 1-0. Castillo already with 2 doubles, 3 ribbies on the year. 1 for 3 yesterday with a walk. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed, makes it 1-1. Otters got to get a run across here in the first inning. This is a great opportunity for him. That one just misses outside. Alvarez was kind of positioned over near the other batter's box to try and get that outside corner call. Doesn't quite get it to go. Makes it 2-1. Here's the pitch from Payton. Fly ball into foul territory. Horn, Morgan giving it a look, but it'll fall out of play. Makes it 2-2. Castillo maybe tries to take one to the opposite field, get one over the short porch and right. It was already a home run there yesterday for Jones. That was the only homer of the day, though, for the Otters. Over to that right side. 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and a huge out number 2 now. As Blake Payton tries to get out of the jam here, bases loaded, nobody out. Now has to go through Marcos Gonzalez. Gonzalez 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts in game 1 of the series. As he fouls one off to the right side. It's 0-1. Well, Payton all of a sudden 1 out away from not giving up a run here in the first and leaving 3 on for the Otters. 0-1 pitch. That's a fly ball into center field. Brandon will make the catch for out number 3, and Blake Payton had the bases loaded with nobody out and does not give up a run as he gets through the escape jam of all escape acts. We head to the bottom of the first, no score here on the Otters Digital Network. First inning is brought to you by Mesker Park Zoo and Botanical Gardens. Visit the Mesker Park Zoo at 1545 Mesker Park Drive in Evansville, Indiana. Well, the Otters are known for getting hits in the clutch, at least to start the season off, but they have done the opposite of that so far. In the top of the first, they had the bases loaded with nobody out and didn't bring a run across. And now it'll be up to the starter, Ryan Wiltsey, for the Otters to try and keep things at 0-0 to head to the second inning. It'll be Sawyer Smith, Jose Alvarez, Mark Schallenberger, the top three to face off against Wiltsey in the bottom of the first. First pitch grounded over to Salvaggio. His throw over to first, and a good stretch at first by Pierce is in time for out number one. A good way to start, though. One pitch, one out for Wiltsey. And that'll bring up Jose Alvarez, who is off to a hot start so far. Did go 1 for 5 with a double, but he's still hitting .421. Now in his sixth game, he spent some time on the IL after his 3 for 5 against Joliet on the 13th. His first game back was yesterday. First pitch inside. Plane flies overhead. We are next to an airport here in Sauget. 1-0 is just inside for ball two. Alvarez, one of the three righties in the lineup. Of course, always a lefty-heavy lineup, but Wiltsey has actually been pitching a lot better against lefties than righties so far this season. He has a 0 ERA against lefties. He's only given up one hit, struck out 5 on the other side against righties. So that one's ripped up the middle and into center field for a base hit. That is now 8 hits given up to righties for Wiltsey. So that'll bring up Schallenberger. His home run yesterday has put him above everybody else in the Frontier League. He now leads the league in homers with 8. As he took one over the short porch out in right field for home run number 8. Drove in 3, so he's up now to 15 RBI, and he leads the team in a lot of categories. Just leads the league, though, in home runs. As the first pitch is just a little high for ball one. He's driven in 5 RBI in his last 2 games. Got hit by a pitch again, also walked. 1-0 is called a strike, and it's 1-1. Wiltsey had a 2.45 ERA so far in 11 innings. Otters are 2-1 in games where he started. Against Gateway back on the 21st, game 2. 6 innings. Didn't give up a run. Struck out 4. Didn't walk anybody either. He pitched phenomenally at home here against Gateway, and now we'll try to do the same thing on the road here against what is the Disco Penguins now. The 1-2 from Wiltsey. Runner goes. Fouled off way over to the left side. And it will remain at 1-2. Schallenberger, known for getting hit by pitches. His stance is very crowded over the plate. Anything pretty much inside enough will just clip him on the elbow. You see on HTN, he's got that elbow way out there. 1-2, no go this time, as that one's high for ball 2. We'll see coming from Fresno, California. He was with Fresno City in 2021, then played his last 3 seasons with St. Mary's. Now in his 3rd season with the Otters. The 2-2 is just low. And a little inside for ball 3. That makes it a full count, 3-2. The only time Wiltsey has given up a earned run was when he came out of the bullpen. His first game against the Florence Yalls back on the 9th, he gave up 3 of them. But so far in his starts, he has yet to give up an earned run in 10 innings. His 10-inning scoreless streak is the most on the Otters so far to start the year off. Now the payoff from Wiltsey. Ripped down the line, it's foul. Over to the bullpen of Gateway as they try to dodge that one. 96 off the bat, definitely could have struck one. They got to get out of the way of that one quickly. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Runner goes, as that is ball 4. And Schallenberger takes the walk. He is now on first with Alvarez on second. Still only 1 out, and it'll bring up Bryson Horn. So Bryson Horn now trying to bring in that first run for Gateway. Bryson Horn hitting at a .244 against righties so far this year. Overall, .238. Not necessarily playing the best. He did go 0 for 4 yesterday, and now he's 0 for his last 7. That might be due here, but Wiltsey trying to get out of this jam after Peyton got out of the jam in the first to the top half. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. With runners in scoring position, Horn is hitting at a .250, 3 for 12. Looking back to second base. Now the 1-1 in the turf, and it's 2-1. Horn, even though he went 0 for 3 on Sunday against Lake Erie, still managed to drive in a run and walk twice, so he does get on at a decent rate, but also strikes out a lot, 13 of them so far this year. The 2-1 pitch. Couple of looks back to second yet again as that one hits the zone, and it's 2-2. So Alvarez hit the single back up the middle. Schallenberger walked. Horn trying to bring somebody in here in the bottom of the first, 2-2. That's a fly ball into deep right field, and he is pimping that one as that is way out of here. Bryson Horn takes a curveball and destroys it into right field for a 3-run shot, and the Grizzlies have taken a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the first. Sixth home run of the year for Horn. Does have a good amount of power. 104 off the bat for that one. And it's 3-0 early here for the Grizzlies. Well, on the bright side, the Otters scored 3 in the first yesterday, and they didn't win that one. So maybe that will happen here against Gateway. Just on the other side. Dale Thomas is up. hit a controversial homer yesterday. That was his only hit of the day. Grounder over to third, but it's a foul ball just left of the turf line. Makes it 1-1. Well, so far, 2 homers, 7 RBI for Thomas. He's hitting at a 250 coming into today's game. 1-1. Little outside makes it 2-1. Now the base is empty. Still only 1 out here with 3 runs in for the Disco Penguins. Grounder to Salvaggio at short. He'll throw it on to first, and that's out number 2. Two down here for Castillo. That 0 ERA against lefties is no longer for Wiltsey as he has to try and pretty much do what Ty Good did yesterday and settle down, maybe pitch a few more innings of good ball and just let the offense try to put something together here in the future innings. A lot of game left. It's only the bottom of the first inning. Definitely a lot of opportunities for the Otters to come back here. 2-0 quickly as that one is high for ball 2. Castillo 1 for 3, scored twice as he walked as well. He reaches twice and scored on both times. Outside, and it's 3-0. Already a walk here in the inning for Wiltsey. Walked Schallenberger, and Schallenberger ended up scoring on that 3-run homer by Horn. Called a strike, it's 3-1. 3-1 is called a strike. Castillo thought it wasn't. As he flips the bat, makes it a full count now, 3-2. "27 pitches here for Wiltsey on this 3-2. He's given up 3 runs here in the first inning. But only the bottom of the first. Both teams, though, now with 2 hits in each of the first 2 frames. Foul ball right over the press box. Foul ball brought to you by His Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Still full count here with 2 outs. Wiltsey trying to get out of a long first inning. Another payoff. Swung on a miss, strike 3. So the first strikeout of the day for Wiltsey gets him out of the inning. But not before Bryson Horn hits one way over the short porch in right field for a 3-run homer. And the Disco Penguins have taken a 3-0 lead as we head to the second inning on the Otters Digital Network. Second inning is brought to you by J.E. Shekel Armor Protection. Founded in 1978, J.E. Shekel is the Tri-State's premier residential, commercial, industrial service, and construction company. Well, let's see if the Otters can pull off some of that comeback magic that we've seen all season and see if they can come back here from down 3 against the Disco Penguins. Quickly 1-0 as a bunt is pulled back and called ball 2 for Sam Linscott, who leads off for the Otters. Linscott, Mark Black, TJ Salvaggio, the bottom 3 in the order, lead off here in the top of the second inning. 2-0 pitch is low, gets under the legs of Alvarez, and it's 3-0. John Ponder led off the top of the first with a double, then Amani Jones singled. Dennis Pierce walked to put the bases loaded with nobody out, and none of them scored. And now the leadoff man reaches here again. On a 4-pitch walk, Linscott will reach. And Linscott does have some speed. He did steal a base after reaching the first time he reached in an Otters uniform. Ended up stealing second base. See if he steals here. Otters not particularly fond of stolen bases, as they are 16th in the league in steals. 12 for 20 to start off the year. No go on the first pitch, called a strike to Mark Black, and it's 0-1. First bit of action for Mark Black in this series. Didn't play yesterday. He has been struggling quite a bit. His last 3 games, he's gone 0 for 7. Could be a little tune-up game here for Mark. That one's going to get past Alvarez. He doesn't know where it is, as Linscott will easily take second base on the wild pitch. So already 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position are the Otters. See if they can bring in 1 here to cut the deficit just a little bit in the top of the second inning. Mark Black, though, after the 0 for 7, now hitting at a .289 in his 14th game of the year. 1-1. Inside, called ball 2. Mark Black, 2 homers, 8 RBI, 8 walks, 7 strikeouts. So he has been finding ways to get on base. Does have a walk in his last 2 games. Swung on and missed, makes it 2-2. First season with the Otters. He was with Seton Hill last year for his last collegiate season, then was with the Hagerstown Flying Boxcars in the Atlantic League, hit .251 there. 3 homers, 17 RBI in 58 games. Swung on and missed, and that's strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Peyton, and that's out number 1 in the second inning. TJ Salvaggio will try to bring in a run here in the second inning. Salvaggio does have a little bit of the clutch gene in him. Tied for the team lead in RBI. That one's way outside. Good stretch from Alvarez to keep it from going past him. Makes it 1-0. Otters down here 3-0 in the top of the second inning. Looking to bring Linscott around and get themselves on the board here in game 2. 1-0. Little high makes it a 2-0. Top of the lineup and Ponder on deck in the turf, and it's 3-0. Salvaggio hitting .316 with runners in scoring position, which is second only to Marcos Gonzalez, hitting .500. He is playing very well, but 6 for 19 with runners in scoring position for TJ. Trying to get that 7th hit, bring in a run. He hasn't gotten a pitch to hit, though. That one's right down the middle, and he takes all the way and makes it 3-1. Linscott at second. He advanced there on the wild pitch after walking on 4 pitches. Not too much in terms of location for Peyton. That's a grounder over to third. Thomas looks back the runner at second, throws on to first, and that's out number 2. Oh for 5 now with runners in scoring position to start off the game. Now Ponder, he is 1 for 1, hit a double on the first pitch of the game to advance to second. He made it to third and didn't end up going anywhere further from there. First pitch is a little low for ball 1. Ponder leads the team in 2-out RBI with 8. 8 of his 10 ribbies have come with 2 outs. This is a very good 2-out hitting team. Grounder down the line, just foul. And it'll head over to the Otters bullpen. So 1-1 here as Linscott heads back to second base. Ponder was hitting .538 coming into this game against lefties. Is now rose that one. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. Now Peyton trying to get out of another situation here with a runner in scoring position in less than 2 outs. Otters trying to avoid leaving 4 on here in the first 2 innings. 1-2. Good take from Ponder. He almost swung at it. Didn't end up doing so as that one was low and away, and it's 2-2. No one really covering Linscott over at second base. Middle infield up on the turf, the green turf in the outfield. Does take a look back. Peyton now deals, fouls one back, gets a piece of it, stays alive, and will remain at 2-2. Along with the short porch, the wind's also moving left to right field. Could be a good opposite field opportunity here. High and away, and it's a full count. Walk would put 2 on for Jones, who had a home run in the game yesterday. That was from the left side, though. He'll be hitting from the right yet again. Another 3-2 here. Payoff is in the dirt for ball 4, and Ponder takes the walk. Second walk of the inning. 3rd overall for Peyton. And there's 2 on now for Amani Jones. Representing the tying run now at the plate. Jones singled in his first at-bat. Has a hit now in his last 4 games. After going 2 for 4 with that homer yesterday. First pitch ripped into center field for a base hit. Getting the round at third is Linscott. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is not in time as it goes past Alvarez. Both runners, only one runner will advance as Jones slipped on the turf. He'll head back to first, but Ponder heads to third. Amani Jones, the RBI single, and it's 3-1. There's that 2-out hitting we've been talking about. As Jones drives in his 9th run of the season, and now it's runners at the corners. Go-ahead run now at the plate in Dennis Pierce. A little meeting at the mound here between Alvarez and Peyton. Good throw and a hop from center for Brandon. I think even if Alvarez didn't bobble it, he still would have been safe, but he does, and that kind of confirms things that the run came in. So Pierce is up now with runners at the corners and 2 outs, a run already in for the Otters. So they've already cut into the deficit a little bit. Maybe he needs a little bit more here with 2 outs. First pitch outside for ball 1. Pierce is hitting .231 3 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Well, he's hitting .273 with 2 outs. Good curveball hits the zone, and it's 1-1. So Ponder was able to take third on the throw from Brannon, and the bobble. Jones was going to take second, but he slipped on the turf and had to retreat back to first. Reaches off over to third base. Thomas is going to have to go quick. Throw on to first is in time, and that is out number 3. So the Otters do get a run in the top of the second inning, and they are now only down 2. It's 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the second inning on the Otters Digital Network. So the Otters get one back in the top of the second inning, the RBI single from Amani Jones. Still find themselves down 2 here after the Bryson Horn 3-run shot in the first inning. Made it 3-0 at the time, now 3-1. It's the bottom 3 in the order for the Grizzlies, Sanford, Morgan, Brannon to face off against Wiltsey here in the second inning. The Disco Penguins with a 3-1 lead. Sanford went 1 for 4 with a strikeout yesterday. Overall hitting it at 176. 1 homer, 6 RBI. That 1 homer was at Bossy Field against the Otters back on the 19th. In that 15-5 victory. First pitch called a strike. It's 0-1. Little high. Sanford comes from Berwick, Louisiana. A little bit of south of Baton Rouge, just kind of right at the bottom of Louisiana. Little low, and it's 2-1. Sanford's second season in professional ball, 216 in 28 games last year with Milwaukee in the American Association. As he swings and misses for strike 2, then calls his timeout. Sanford hitting .211 against right-handed pitching so far this season. 2-2. Fouls it back. It'll remain at 2-2. When leading off the inning, he is hitting 182. So leading off and against righties, he's hitting better. Grounder to second. Jones will scoop it up. Throw to first, and that's out number 1. So 1 out. Now it's Davey Morgan. Morgan is the only switch for the Disco Penguins. Gonna forget to say I'm gonna keep saying Grizzlies and forget to say Disco Penguins because they're the Grizzlies every other day of the year. First pitch to Davey Morgan is called a strike. So Davey Morgan didn't play yesterday. This is his 7th game of the season. Was with Lake Erie for the first game of the year against Schaumburg on the 9th. Got released by them on May 11th. Signed with the Grizzlies on the 19th and then ended up playing against his former team, but he went 1 for 6. Did drive in 2 runs, though. on Sunday against the Crushers. 0-2's inside, and it's 1-2. Overall, he's sitting at a 204 for 20 in 6 games. Does already have 9 strikeouts. 1-2. Just misses outside, and it's 2-2. Last year, he was with Lake Erie, 284 in 90 games. Went 12 for 38 against the Otters. 3 doubles, 4 RBI. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Wiltsey, and that's out number 2. Make that 10 Ks on the year for Morgan. And that'll bring up Cole Brannon. So Cole Brannon stands in the difference between Ryan Wiltsey and a 1-2-3 second. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Brandon hitting at a 220 now in his 16th game of the year. He does have a hit in his last 4, including a 1 for 3 yesterday in game 1. And usually in that bottom spot of the lineup. Soft grounder to second. Jones tosses to first. And it's a 1-2-3 second inning for Ryan Wiltsey. So the tie good arc is still remains true for Wiltsey on the Otters side of things as we head to the third, 3-1 Disco Penguins on the Otters digital network. Top of the third here at Arsenal BG Ballpark here in Sauget, Illinois. 3-1 Disco Penguins have the lead over the Otters. Never going to take that name seriously. I don't really think it's supposed to be taken seriously. Now that I think about it, it is an alternate identity. You've seen the minor league teams; their alternate identities are all over the place. First pitch from Peyton to Logan Brown is high and in for ball 1. Logan Brown flew out into foul ground over to Dale Thomas at third base in his first at-bat. 1-0 is low and away for ball 2. So a nice 1-2-3 inning for Wiltsey with a strikeout of Davey Morgan to boot. 2-0. Inside, and it's 3-0. Well, already 3 walks for Peyton. Now up to 11 walks, compared to 13 strikeouts after his totals so far today. 3-0 is high for ball 4. Fourth walk issued by Peyton in the second straight to lead off the inning as Logan Brown is on now for LG. So Peyton has not really been able to locate so far today. Hasn't cost him too mightily, just the 1 run, but Could come back to bite him if he keeps on keeping on with this trend. Castillo outside, and 5 straight balls to start the inning for Peyton. Tennessee Wesleyan, his last 3 seasons of collegiate ball. 1-0. There's a strike, and it's 1-1. Had a great 3 seasons at Tennessee Wesleyan. Matter of fact, in his first 2, 2023 and 2024, he went 9-1 in both seasons. Seems kind of rare to do, no? Get the same record in 2 straight years. Fouled back, and it's 1-2. We see Gage Vales out of the bullpen today. He was college teammates at Tennessee Wesleyan with Blake Payton back in 2023 and 24, the 2 years where he went 9-1. 1-2 is just low for ball 2. 2024 was Peyton's best season. He had a 2.16 ERA and 87 2/3. AAC Pitcher of the Year, second team NAIA All-American. Grounder over to short. Smith tosses to Morgan for 1 on to first, and LG beats it out. That was close at first, but I think LG made it by about half a step. But they do get the lead runner, so there's 1 out now with Castillo at first. And Marcos Gonzalez now up. Gonzalez flew out to center field in his first at-bat. And a little bit of an 0 for 5 this series as he takes a curveball for strike 1. Marcos' former Gary teammate LG Castillo at first base, 1 out. Otters trying to cut more into the deficit. That one's in the turf, and it's 1-1. We've seen Castillo try to steal before. It was fouled off, but definitely not necessarily the fastest guy on the team. More known for his power. Standing at 6'4". Swung on and missed. It's 1-2. So the walk in the fielder's choice got Logan Brown, the lead runner, out at second base, and has Castillo on first. Has a decent lead covered over there by Bryson Horn, who his home run is the difference in this one. Another one in the turf. It's 2-2. This team hits a lot of home runs, and that is a lot of what they do offensively. 25 of them coming into this game. Second in the league, but they're still last in average at 233. Grounder down the third base line, and it hits Thomas in the face. Castillo will take third as Marcos Gonzalez will take second, and Dale Thomas took that ball right off of the cheek area as the trainers come out really quickly to see what happened. That was 99 off the bat, and it came right into the cheek. It looked like the cheek area of Thomas, so we'll see if he's okay. Looks like he has a big cut right around his eyebrow area. Yeah, he's bleeding right on the forehead area. Does seem to be okay. He did take he's going to have a little bit of a shiner there, but we'll see if he stays in the game. As he looks fine, besides the bleeding. That was just a very unfortunate bounce that went up and caught him right in the face. And well, it's going to result in a double for Gonzalez. Castillo takes the turn. He'll go to third. So the trainers are going to clean him up a little bit as the infield is over there to check on him, as well as Sanford out in left field. Kyle Goodell's right there as well. So we'll have a little bit of a delay here and see if Dale Thomas is going to stay in this game. I I feel as though it's looking more and more likely that he will, as he'll just deal with the shiner after the game. It really did not look good at first. But trainers fortunately came out in a very quick amount of time. Andy McCauley over at third base was calling for him over there as well. So while we have the delay as we figure out if Dale Thomas is going to stay in the game, it's 3-1 here in the top of the third inning. As now the double from Gonzalez, called a double, it will be, has the tying run now in scoring position with one out. Castillo 90 feet away. Otters had the bases loaded with nobody out, and they couldn't score a run in the first inning. Now they have a very good opportunity here for Linscott. Thomas still getting cleaned up over there at third base. 99, and I'm sure the turf might have slowed it down a little bit. But that's still any sort of hit that goes right, bounces over into the face area is never a good sign, especially on the point of impact. Still over there. This third inning is brought to you by Precision Pest and Wildlife. Every great team brings precision to the field. We bring it to your home and business. Call 812-993-3341 or visit precisionpestwildlife.com. Let's elevate the standard together. Dale Thomas still getting cleaned up over there at third base after taking the hard liner off his face, and I'm surprised he got up with such – he got up in no time at all, and he's going to stay in the game. So very big kudos go to Dale Thomas over at third base for taking one off the face and staying in the game, living to tell the tale. As he'll stay back over at third base, he's having a conversation with Sanford and Sawyer Smith. So Dale Thomas is going to definitely feel that one tomorrow, but it's not tomorrow yet, so he's going to stay in the game. As they're going to give him a couple more seconds to gather himself. And it looks as though we're ready to go here. So Dale Thomas takes one off the face, but he is a major trooper. He stays in the game. Got to do what you got to do if you want to keep playing. So now, after the delay, after the injury, 2 on in scoring position with 1 out. Second and third after the Marcos Gonzalez double. And Linscott will try to tie the game up at 3 here if he brings both runners in. Takes a first pitch strike. Now Peyton kicks and deals the 0-1. It's the strike zone. It's 0-2 now to Linscott. Well, Peyton wasn't able to locate early here, but now in a good pitcher's count 0-2 against Linscott, trying to get that big second out. 0-2. That is into center field, and Brannon will make the catch. Both runners will tag. Throw's going to go to third, and Gonzalez will just get there safely. And the run comes in. Castillo comes in from third. It's a sac fly for Linscott, and it's 3-2. Gonzalez slid very far, but he did get there safely without the tag even being applied to him. So Linscott gets the RBI on the sac fly, and it's now a 1-run game. Mark Black throw to second. Try to see if he left early, and he did not. They will call him safe. So, hey, just to make sure, you can never be too sure if a runner left early or not. Might as well check. There's no risk to it. First pitch to Mark Black is a high away fastball for ball 1. Mark Black now in an 0 for 8 slump. Good chance here to get a first hit, tie the game up at 3. Hasn't gotten a pitch to hit, though. That one's high, and it's 2-0. So Gonzalez the double. He advances to third on the fly out to center. Now he's 90 feet away from tying this game up. 2-0 pitch. That one is outside, and it's 3-0. Now Peyton not able to locate again here. He's already walked 4 through 2 2/3. And this walk would bring up Salvaggio. That is called ball 4. So a couple of very close calls on high fastballs end up resulting in another walk. Second of this inning, 5th overall for Peyton. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 outs for Salvaggio. TJ Salvaggio trying to tie the game up now. Runners on first and third, 2 outs. Disco Penguins scored 3 in the first. The Otters trying to tie the game up. First pitch, good curveball for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Inside, and it's ball 1. Salvaggio doesn't have a hit yet in this series. He grounded out to third in his first at-bat. Last inning in the second. This is with a runner in scoring position, but is hitting well with 2 outs. That is low for ball 2. 5 walks already for Peyton. But a lot of runners on. The walk here would be detrimental to put John Ponder back up for the 3rd time. That one's called a strike, though, and it's 2-2. Most walks by an opposing pitching staff in a game has been 8 against the Otters. That's happened twice, 15th and the 17th. 2-2. Fouls it off, stays alive. Will remain at 2-2. Salvaggio doesn't have a multi-hit game in his last 6. And included the series against Gateway in which he went 0 for 6 with 2 strikeouts. Did score the winning run in the game 2 of the doubleheader, though. There's a fly ball into right center field. Right at the track. He'll make the catch, Brandon, in center. And that's out number 3. Well, the Otters are definitely fighting back here, as they've brought it to a 1-run game, 3-2 Disco Penguins, as we head to the bottom of the 3rd on the Otters Digital Network. Three-two here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Disco Penguins / Grizzlies in the lead by 1. The Otters do have more hits, though. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors compared to 3 runs, 2 hits, and no errors. And that second hit was a big one, 3-run shot from Bryson Horn. That one gave them a 3-0 lead, but the Otters are fighting back here. 1 run in the second, 1 run in the third, and getting all that much closer for the Otters, but it's going to have to rely on a Ryan Wiltsey inning like he pitched in the second, a 1-2-3 frame. Middle face-off against the top of the order, starting with Sawyer Smith, who takes a ball. Sawyer Smith grounded out to Salvaggio at short in his first at-bat. And he's 0 for 1 so far today. Has a hit in his last 4. Swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Smith usually doing the stealing when he reaches for the Grizzlies, which is why he's in the leadoff spot. And just like Ponder on the other side, and they're both wearing the number 3. Foul makes it 1-2 as Wiltsey heads back to the mound. Not really any first base or third base side of the mound for Wiltsey. He's kind of in the middle there. 1-2. Fouled way off to the left side. Foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. And it remains at 1-2. Sawyer Smith spent time with Gateway, as well as Kansas and the Northwoods League. The St. Cloud Rocks in last year's season, full season of work for him. Gets a piece of it, fouls it off, and it's 1-2 still. St. Cloud Rocks finished 47-22. They had a very good 25-8 first half, but they ended up losing in the first round of the playoffs against the Moondogs of Mankato. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So the third strikeout of the day for Wiltsey is out number 1 here in the bottom of the third. Sawyer Smith gets on base a lot, but he also strikes out a lot. That's strikeout number 17 on the season, as that leads the Gateway Grizzlies. That'll bring up Jose Alvarez, increasing his hitting streak to 4 games to his early season as he takes a strike. Hit a single in the first, scored one of the 3 runs on the homer by Horn. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. He is quickly down 0-2 in the count now. Very quickly here. Alvarez takes his timeout. Alvarez coming from Maracaibo, Venezuela. Signed with the Astros on July 2nd of 2016. Spent a lot of time in the minor leagues between the Astros and the Cardinals systems. 0-2 is low. He's in the Cardinal system, is now playing near where the Cardinals are housed over at Busch Stadium, just across the river from here. A lot of Cardinals fans as well as Grizzlies fans sharing the area, so to speak. The 1-2 from Wiltsey. Just misses outside. It's 2-2. Originally after the 2022 season, got released by the Asheville Taurus and then got signed again by the Cardinals. As that swung on and missed for strike 3, back-to-back Ks. Have the first 2 outs here in the bottom of the third as Alvarez goes down swinging. Alvarez with the Memphis Redbirds claimed him off of waivers back in December of 2022. Schallenberger. First pitch is called a ball. Jordan Alfonso, the home plate umpire, is not really calling those high pitches for either side so far in this one. His zone is a little bit lower than most, as he is calling some low strikes. 1-0 is called a strike. And there's that low strike call that we were just talking about. Nice when things work out like that. The 1-1. That one a little too low. And it's 2-1. Schallenberger comes from a baseball family. His father, Bob, pitched at St. Louis and Creighton. His older brother, Bobby, was at Missouri St. Louis. That's a fly ball into right field, and at the track making the catch is Mark Black. So didn't get quite enough of it to sneak it over the short porch. That's out number 3, and that is 8 straight retired by Wiltsey. He's looking like Ty Good of yesterday, and the Otters are trying to come back. Still only down 1 as we head to the 4th on the Otters Digital Network. Fourth inning is brought to you by Sheet Metal Workers Local 20. For 138 years, sheet metal workers have led the way in sheet metal industries like heating and air, architectural, industrial, and more. Visit smart20evansville.com for more information. It is 3-2 Disco Penguins, otherwise known as the Gateway Grizzlies on other days. But not today. They are the Disco Penguins. John Ponder leads it off here. And it's Ponder, then Jones, then Pierce, the top 3 in the order, leading off in the top of the 4th. Fouled it away. Makes it 0-1. Now Ponder so far has reached twice. That one will miss low. It's 1-1. Called a strike. It's 1-2. Now the Otters only down by 1 here, 3-2 in the top of the 4th inning. Looking to come back from down 3, tie the game, maybe take the lead. That one just misses low, and it's 2-2. Now Peyton kicks and deals the 2-2. Got a piece of it, makes it 2-2 still. And Ponder already extending his hitting streak to 4 games. That had a very good 4-hit game against Windy City in Game 2 of the doubleheader on Saturday. Got his first day off on Sunday against Windy City. And he's going to get more of those with the signing of Lynn Scott. Just to get some rest. Swung on and missed strike 3. And that is out number 1. 3rd strikeout of the day for Peyton. That'll bring up Amani Jones with 1 out and nobody on in the top of the 4th inning. Well, Amani Jones is so far 2 for 2, 2 singles. One of them drove in a run in the second inning. Made it a 3-2 game. 1-0 pitch. Little outside, makes it 2-0. Peyton heavily on that third base side of the rubber. Jones batting from the right side for the third time today against the lefty Peyton as he goes through the lineup for the third time. Outside, it's 3-0. Already 5 walks on the day for Peyton. A lot of 3-0s here. Now another one here to Jones. That one hits the outside corner. Painted that corner. Makes it 3-1. A 3-1 pitch is just going to miss for ball 4. So that is walk number 6 for Peyton as Jones will advance to first base. Now a walk in each inning for Peyton. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, and now 1 in the fourth. Dennis Pierce, man on first, and these are representing the go-ahead run now at the plate. Called a strike. Changeup will hit the bottom half of the zone. Pierce 0 for 1 has a walk in the first, grounded out to third in the second. 0-1. Grounder back to Peyton. He'll throw to second for 1, on to first, and it's a double play. 1-4-3 ends the inning. Oh, the Grizzlies lead the league in double plays now 63 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Still 3-2 Disco Penguins on the Otters Digital Network. Bottom of the fourth, 3-2 Disco Penguins here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. The Otters are into a 1-2-3 inning for the first time today. Another walk from Peyton, but the 1-4-3 double play grounded into by Pierce ended the frame, and Wiltsey's back out there as he has retired 8 straight ever since giving up the 3-run homer against the leadoff man in the inning now. Bryson Horn hit that 3-run homer to make it 3-0. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Probably not going to pitch too aggressively to Horn here after he hit a very long home run over to right field. 1-0 swung on and missed, makes it 1-1. 6 homers now with 14 RBI for Horn after his 3-run shot. One. Ripped down the line into right field. Horn, that's going to get all the way into the corner. He's going to head to second base, and he is 2 for 2 with a home run and a double now to lead off the 4th inning. First man to reach since him back in the first, his 3-run homer. So Tate Wargo is pinch hitting. He came in as a defensive replacement over at third base for Dale Thomas. He got hit in the face with a ground ball from Marcos Gonzalez. Stayed in the game, but is now being replaced. It's probably pretty precautionary for Thomas just to make sure he's okay for tomorrow's game. He is in the dugout now with some ice over his forehead where he got hit. We're now watching Wargo. He'll drop the bunt down to Wilsey. Wilsey will toss to first for out number 1 as Bryson Horn will advance to third base. So a successful sac bunt advances the runner. He's now 90 feet away from a 4th Disco Penguins run. So Victor Castillo will be the man to try and bring in the run from third. Sun's setting here, but still showing over on that left side. First pitch is called a strike. Castillo is 0 for 1, struck out swinging, was the first of 4 strikeouts for Wiltsey. 0-1. Strikeout here would be nice, but he's quickly in a good pitcher's count, 0-2. Oh. Not able to get Bryson Horn out so far. He's 2 for 2. But bottom of the order now 0 for 6. Bottom 5, that including Castillo. Now the 0-2 pitch. Little high on the fastball. Makes it 1-2. Castillo, Tallahassee native. 3rd season, hit .298 last season. Played 95 of 96 games. Almost played every day. Went 3 for 22 in 5 playoff games against Washington and Schaumburg. Of course, Schaumburg ended up making the championship series. Ripped down the line, gets out in front of it, though. Look out over there in the Disco Penguins bullpen. 1-0-2 off the bat. Could have killed someone over there. But they do get out of the way of it. It will remain at 1-2. So another 1-2 is just inside. Makes it 2-2 to Castillo. Bryson Horn, 2 of the 3 hits for Gateway so far in this game. Now the 2-2 with a runner on third. Got just a piece of it. Fouls it back. Stays alive here and remains at 2-2. Otters still a lot of game left here. A few more innings to just try and get the 1 run. Got to stop the runner at third and Horn from scoring, though. They want to keep this at a 1-run game. Another 2-2 from Wiltsey. It just misses inside, and it's a full count. Well, Walk would put the runners on the corners for Sanford with 1 out. It was 1-2. Now it's 3-2 here against Castillo. 5 walked, 15 strikeouts. Payoff. Got him swinging. Strikeout number 5 and a big out number 2 for Wiltsey. Leaving the runner on third. Now Mitchell Sanford will look to drive in the run. Has no room for error here with 2 outs. Sanford. Grounder to second in his first at-bat. They're starting the wave here in Sauget. I always feel as though the wave is a bad omen. So, keep doing the wave. Keep doing the wave. Yeah, there they go. You can hear it forming, you know. You can always there's always one guy. Check swing, he did go around, and it's 1-1. Sanford 176 after hitting .317 at Ole Miss last season. Drove in 47, but did strike out a lot, 62 times in 64 games. High fly ball into foul ground. That's going to get out of play. Look out over there on the concourse. Whoa, that was close. And it's 1-2. Wiltsey trying to get out of a small jam here and keep things at a 3-2 game. Give the offense a chance to tie things up. Maybe get the lead in the top of the 5th inning. You never know. You never know. One-two pitch. Little high. Makes it 2-2. This season, 10 walks, 13 strikeouts for Sanford. He does have a lot of walks, just finding ways to get on, but that comes with the swing and miss territory here. 2-2. Still that runner on third. Got him swinging. Back-to-back Ks for Wiltsey, and he keeps things at a 3-2 game. He's got 6 Ks on the day and 3 scoreless frames ever since the 3-run first inning. Brings us to the top of the 5th inning. 3-2, Disco Penguins. Otters trying to tie things up or take the lead on the Otters Digital Network. Fifth inning brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Bottomless apps are now here. Dine and only. Visit either Evansville locations, 5405 Pearl Drive and 715 North Green River Road for details. Some good pitching from Wiltsey ever since giving up 3 in the first inning. Reminds me of a certain Ty Good from yesterday. And the Otters trying to tie the game up, maybe take the lead. Logan Brown, LG Castillo, and Marcos Gonzalez, the top 3 leading off in the top of the 5th inning. Logan Brown takes strike 1. And he fouls one back for strike 2. So he's quickly down 0-2 here. To lead off the top of the 5th inning. Blake Payton still out there. Looking to go 5 innings here. Save the bullpen. There is some action in the bullpen, though. Claudio Galva is in the bullpen warming for the Penguins, just in case things go awry here in the 5th inning. 0-2. Swung on and missed strike 3. So strikeout number 4 for Payton as he gets Logan Brown on 3 pitches for out number 1. High outside fastball gets him swinging. LG Castillo 0 for 2 so far today. There's a fly ball into right field. Schallenberger will make the catch for out number 2. So a very quick 2 outs for Payton in the top of the 5th inning. Now Marcos trying for back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. Payton is trying to go at least one more inning before they have to go to the bullpen. No action in the Otters pen. Wiltsey will definitely be coming out for the bottom half after his 5th and 6th strikeouts. Left a runner on 3rd with 1 out. Otters got to try and put up some runs here. Still only down 1, though. 1-0 grounder back to Peyton, and he will toss to first. So a 6-pitch 5th inning for Peyton here in the top of the 5th. Back-to-back 1-2-3s for Peyton as we head to the bottom of the 5th. 3-2 Disco Penguins on the Otters Digital Network. Bottom of the 5th inning as it was a 6-pitch top half of the 5th. The Otters still down 1, 3-2 here against the Gateway Disco Penguins, otherwise known as the Grizzlies, as Ryan Wiltsey is out there after throwing 3 scoreless since the 3-run homer he gave up to Bryson Horn in the 1st inning. So it'll be Davey Morgan, Cole Brandon, Sawyer Smith to lead off the bottom of the 1st for Gateway, as Wiltsey tries to throw a 4th straight scoreless frame. First pitch to Morgan is hit into deep left field. LG Castillo will watch that one go over the wall as Davey Morgan hits a solo shot to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. His first home run of the year and his first homer in a Grizzlies uniform. Comes in the Disco Penguins jersey, and it's 4-2 Gateway here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So the home run puts the Grizzlies back up by 2, now 4-2. Their 4th hit, only their 4th hit of the day. First pitch is a ball against Cole Brandon. One 0 is now low for ball 2. So 2 home runs have brought in all 4 runs. So that one's called a strike. And it's 2-1 to Brandon. Numbers don't lie. We thought actually coming into this season, this team was built more for this ballpark than Grizzlies teams in the last few years. Just for the fastball and another called strike. Wiltsey getting that low edge consistently from Jordan Alfonso is 2-2. So Cole Brandon takes strike 2, makes it 2-2 now. 2-2 is called strike 3. And that is strikeout number 7 for Wiltsey. That's the first looking, though, and the first out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Sawyer Smith is the leadoff man in the lineup. Now he's here in the bottom of the 5th inning. He'll take a ball outside. 1-0. Pitch from Wiltsey. High fly ball into foul ground. Marcos Gonzalez will give it a look, but it will fall out of play. And it's 1-1. Oh, 1-1 now to Smith. Jose Alvarez standing in on deck. 1-1 pitch is ripped into right field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Smith will try to take two. Here comes a throw to second. It's not in time, and Sawyer Smith has a double with one out here in the 5th inning. Jose Alvarez with a man on second and one out. 1-0 as that one misses. But a high ball one here against Alvarez. Alvarez 1 for 2, has a single, came around to score, and has a strikeout swinging in the 3rd. Already 1 run in here for Gateway. 1-0 pitch. That is fouled away, makes it 1-1.
Gateway's now got 5 hits, and 4 of them are for extra bases. They are living the slug life.
1-1.
Galvo continuing to get loose down in the right field bullpen. It looks like
Not sure when we'll see Galvo out there. He's still there in the bullpen, though. Soft grounder over to short, Salvaggio. Throw over to first. It was a close play, but they got him at first for out number 2. As advancing to 3rd is Sawyer Smith. 6-3 ground out is out number 2. That'll bring up Schallenberger. Schallenberger walked, came around to score in the 1st inning, and then flew out to right field.
righty to lefty once again, and we'll see. Time called here.
Time is called.
Are you a stat head, Jason? Absolutely. Have you heard of the stat isolated power? Yes, I've heard of it. Schallenberger's ISO right now coming into the 9th.
Schallenberger.
51. To put that into perspective, 250.
Runner on 3rd with 2 outs. Called a strike. It's 0-1. Now, Schallenberger has been doing a great job at getting on base, but he also does have some very good power. And 8 home runs will do that. It does take a little bit advantage of the short porch, but he is a lefty, like 2/3 of the lineup here. Time is called again.
The isolated power is not just slugging minus OBP or something like that. It's a way to pretty much remove singles from somebody.
Sawyer Smith doubled, advanced to 3rd on the ground out now. 90 feet away from a 5th run, trying to put the Grizzlies back up 3 as that one is fouled away, and it's 0-2.
One run in on the solo shot by Morgan. Smith at 3rd with 2 outs. Putting way back on Evansville's infield. They shift the shortstop a little bit up the middle. 4-2 Gateway now in the bottom of the 5th. Wiltsey comes set way ahead.
Way on the right side is Pierce. 0-2 is a little high.
Schallenberger, the hit, the batting average 306. The OBP coming in 485. All around really good start to the season offensively.
1-2. Now that runner on 3rd. Wiltsey throws in the turf, and Smith tried to advance from 3rd, but a good block from Logan Brown stops him from doing so. 2-2 now. No, 2-2 here with 2 outs. Schallenberger trying to bring in that other run here. Make it a 5-3 game. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball right to Ponder in center field. He makes the catch, and that's out number 3. But a solo shot from Davey Morgan, his first homer of the season, his first with Gateway, puts the Disco Penguins up 4-2 as we head to the 6th inning on the Otters Media Network. Sixth inning here at Arsenal BG Ballpark here as the Otters are down 2 now, 4-2 after the solo shot from Davey Morgan. Claudio Galva is into the game. Pitching change is brought to you by the Auto Answer Repair. The Answer Auto Repair East. Find all your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or give them a call at 812-475-9000. So it'll be Galva firstly, as Lynn Scott will drop the bunt down the third base line, but it will roll foul. 0-1 as Lynn Scott tried to get one, tried to get another bunt single. He's already gotten one of those before, but 0-1 is fouled away. That makes it 0-2. The Otters currently at 2 runs with 4 hits, no errors. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Disco Penguins. Fouls one off himself, makes it remain at 0-2. Now Lynn Scott so far today has not recorded an at-bat. He has a walk, came around to score, and then he also has a sac fly. Oh, 0-2 pitch from Galva is inside for ball 1. One, two. And that is outside for ball 2. Linscott trying to lead off here with anything. Get the Otters a run or two across the board as Linscott trying to argue that it hit him. Doesn't get that one, but it's 3-2. Now 3-2 now to Linscott. Galva, 29 years old, has a 9 ERA, though, so far in 10 innings, as that's a grounder over to third. Wargo, long throw over to first, and a good scoop at first by Horn. That's out number 1. First pitch called a strike to Mark Black. Now Mark Black so far struck out, has a walk as well. That one will hit low for ball 1. 1-1. Now from Galva. Galva's last outing, he had 3 1/3 with 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 6 strikeouts. He gave up 2 homers, but still got the win. Two 2-1 is a little outside, makes it 3-1. So another 3-ball count here for Galva. He was able to induce the ground out from Linscott, but now Mark Black could be walk number 1 for Galva here. That one's inside, and that's ball 4. So the 7th walk issued by Gateway, 6 for Peyton, now 1 for Galva. And Mark Black will reach for the 2nd time today. That'll bring up Salvaggio. Galva, 2 walks compared to 8 strikeouts coming into this one. Does have a walk so far here, making it 3, but does have out number 1 so far. Galva from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. 2nd season with Gateway, had his contract exercised. Throw back to first, not in time. Last season with Gateway, he had a 2.93 ERA and 61 1/3. He had a 7-1 record, walked 27 compared to 49 strikeouts. Grounder past the dive of Wargo and into left field for a base hit. TJ Salvaggio now has 2 on with 1 out after his base hit. And is back to the top of the lineup in John Ponder. Now Ponder so far is 1 for 2 as a double let off the game. Now he has a walk and a strikeout swinging as well. Well, there's going to be a meeting at the mound. Claudio Galva, before 2025, actually hadn't played organized baseball since 2019. He originally signed in 2016 with the Blue Jays, played a few seasons there, ended up getting released by the Orioles, the Dominican Summer League Orioles, on May 20th, 2020. But his last season was in 2019 before he signed with Gateway for 2025. 2 on, 1 out. Ponder trying to bring in some runs. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's called a strike. And Ponder trying to advance the runners to 2nd and 3rd. The Otters do have some good 2-out hitting, and Amani Jones, who's on deck, does already have 2 hits. Grounder to third. Wargo will tag the bag. Throw on to first is in time, and that is a double play that ends the inning. 5-3 DP is the second double play induced by the Grizzlies, as that is out number 3. And we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, 4-2 Gateway here on the Otters Media Network. Oh, as we hit the bottom of the 6th inning, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Schaumburg's beaten Washington 3-1 in the 7th inning. Quebec's up on Sussex County 5-0 in the 7th inning. Down East is up on Ottawa 7-4. Florence lost to Lake Erie 2-1. Their bats went a little quiet there. Brockton beat Trois-Rivières 8-6 after 4 2-run innings. Mississippi beat Tri-City earlier today. And Joliet, Windy City, started 7-3 in the 4th, and nobody else scored the rest of the game. And New Jersey beat New York 11-9 after 4 runs in the 9th inning. Luke Baker is into the game. Pitching change brought to you by the Answer Auto Repair East. 6th inning is brought to you by United Fidelity Bank, the experience you need and the service you deserve since 1914. Quickly 0-2 here against the leadoff man, Bryson Horn, who hit Wiltsey very well. Speaking of Wiltsey, he finishes his day now. Outside, it's 1-2. It's just 3 1/3 innings on iScore, but he definitely went 5. So maybe that's just mine that's kind of going a little wonky. Fouls one away, and it's still 1-2 to Bryson Horn. Luke Baker now in his 6th outing, 11.05 ERA and 7 1/3. Did throw 2 scoreless against Gateway back on the 19th out of the bullpen. So that one is into center field and a base hit for Bryson Horn. He's now 3 for 3 and a triple away from the cycle. So Bryson Horn leads off with a single. He led off the 4th with a double. And he is now 3 for 3 on the day. That'll bring up Tate Wargo. Had a sacrifice bunt to bring Bryson Horn to 3rd after his leadoff double in the 4th inning. Otherwise, he came in as a defensive replacement for Dale Thomas after getting hit in the face. That's a grounder into left field, and that's a base hit. Back-to-back singles for Horn and Wargo. Now have runners at 1st and 2nd with one out, or with nobody out, sorry. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Mound visit between Logan Brown and Luke Baker, now with 2 on, nobody out. So Victor Castillo, and they're bringing lefty Baker to face all the lefties, but now there is some more movement in the bullpen for the Otters. Victor Castillo will try to bring in another run, get some insurance for Gateway. First pitch is called a strike for now an 0-1. Baker spent last season in the Atlantic League with Gastonia. Only pitched 3 2/3 because of an injury that took him out for the rest of the year. 0-1 grounder over the third. It gets under the legs of Gonzalez and into left field as one run will come in to score. Heading to second base is Castillo. And an error at third by Gonzalez brings in a run, and it's 5-2 Gateway. At 8 up, Gonzalez over at third. That run will most likely be unearned for Baker, but now a 3-run lead yet again for Gateway as they try to take the series here in Game 2. That'll bring up Sanford. Well, if Gonzalez had that one, he would have been able to tag third, possibly get a double play out of it, but now it's second and third with nobody out. And Mitchell Sanford. Gonzalez, that's his 6th error of the season. He leads the team in errors. This is a team that doesn't make too many of them. Only 11, which is 13th in the league coming into today. 1-0 in the dirt, and it's 2-0. Here from Baker is called a strike. There's that low strike call yet again. It's 2-1. So Wargo's at third now with Castillo at second after the error gives him 2 bases. 2-1's fouled away off to the left side, and it's 2-2. 5 runs now on 7 hits for the Grizzlies. And now they're extending the lead, Evansville's running out of time here in Game 2. They only have 9 outs to work with here. They need 3 runs to tie. Just misses, and it's ball 3. Full count. Righty on deck and Davey Morgan, who's coming off of a home run in his last at-bat. Walk would load the bases for him. Swung on and missed. Foul tip into the glove, and that's strike 3. A big first out for Baker as he gets his first strikeout of the day. And that'll bring up Davey Morgan. Now Morgan already has an RBI. Homered in the last inning in the 5th. Made it 4-2. Now it's 5-2. First pitch by Baker is inside. Check swing, and he did not go. Makes it 1-0. Morgan, though, so far 1 for 2 on the day. Struck out in his first at-bat. Grounder down the third base line, foul. Matt Parento is in the bullpen warming. We'll have time called. We haven't really seen Luke Baker or Parento in a while. Baker hasn't pitched since the 19th. In that first game against Gateway last week at Bosse Field. His 6th appearance, he's given up 13 hits. The hits have really been an issue for him. 1-1. Breaking ball hits the zone, and it's 1-2. And a strikeout would be a big out number 2 for Baker. And trying to get out of this, only giving up the 1 run. Evansville has not really been hitting the ball too well in this series, just the 2 runs. Now in the past 14 innings. 1-2 high, pop-up foul ground. It will get out of play. It will remain at 1-2. Still Wargo on third with Castillo at second. First three have reached, 2 singles and an error, allowed a run to score to make it 5-2. Now the 1-2 yet again. Another foul. As some alarm is coming off in the press box. Well, sorry about the alarm. Not too sure what's going on up here, but there is no fire, at least to what I know of. The alarm's going off everywhere. 1-2 is inside, and it's 2-2. Oh, we'll see. The alarm did go off. It was just a little quick alarm just to make sure we're all awake here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. Even though this is a pretty tense situation. 2-2. And another foul ball. Morgan doing a good job of staying in this at-bat. He's fouled off a couple of very good inside pitches from Baker. 2-2. Another one here from Baker. Trying to keep things at bay here, 5-2. Here's the pitch again. High fly ball into shallow left field. Castillo will make the catch. No tag at third from Wargo, and that's a big out number 2. Throw back to second, and they got him at second for out number 3. A big base running mistake by Castillo at second, and Luke Baker gets out of the jam, only giving up the 1 run. We head to the 7th. 5-2. The Grizzlies did score 1, but it could have been a lot worse. And maybe momentum on their side after the double play on the Otters Digital Network. Well, the Otters need to get something going offensively here. It was second and third with nobody out. Luke Baker did end up getting out of the jam, and it was taking advantage of a base running mistake at second base. You never want to make that third out in scoring position. Castillo did make that mistake. He got gunned down at second base for out number 3. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot bigger of a lead for the Disco Penguins. And now that it is only a 3-run lead yet again, they got to take advantage here. As Amani Jones sits in a 1-1 count. Claudio Galva back out there as he throws outside for ball 2. Galva, 2.93 ERA, 61 and a third, pitched in 5 games against the Otters. Fouled away, makes it 2-2. 7-1 record. The only loss he had was against the Otters on June 24th. He gave up 5 earned runs in 4 innings, 9 hits. That was his only loss of the year. 2-2. Got a piece of it, fouled it back, still remains at 2-2. The only game where Galva hit as well was against the Otters, the last game of the season. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. They were just doing anything in that last game of the year against the Otters. Even though they already clinched the playoffs then. That's outside, and it's a full count, 3-2. Had 1 save. His only save of the year. That was against Florence on August 23rd. Payoff pitch. There's a fly ball into left field. Sanford has plenty of room, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Dennis Pierce. Dennis Pierce was the catalyst of the double play as he immediately saw Castillo a little too far off of second. And same with Jones, he was covering the bag, and they were able to get him, caught him sleeping over at second base, but still needed the offense to get going here. It was as little as a 1-run game. But now it's back to 3, same as it was back in the first after that 3-run homer from Bryson Horn. First pitch is called a strike to Pierce. Pierce is 0 for 2 with a walk so far today. 0-1 is a little low, and it's 1-1. The 1-1. High pop up on the right side of the infield. Horn will give way to Morgan. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And that'll bring up Logan Brown. Well, the Otters have not really done too much of hitting on the road so far this season. First pitch, lefty-lefty here against Logan Brown. Swung on and missed for strike 1. So if this score holds, the Otters will fall to 11-6 and lose this series. They'll now be 0-2 in road series. Still got opportunities, but running out of time here. That's into the gap in left center field. That's going to hit off of the wall on a hop as Logan Brown will head to second, take a wide turn, but head back to first along single. As that was a great relay in left field from Sanford. Played it cleanly off the wall and got it back in time to keep Logan Brown from heading any further than first base. Look, some good defense out in the outfield from Sanford. Sanford definitely knows a lot about that wall. He's played left field a lot this season for Gateway. So he knows how to play the wall well. At LG, DH spot so far, he's 0 for 3. Reached on a fielder's choice, ended up scoring, but otherwise a strikeout and a flyout to right field in a 0 for 3 day and a pretty off day for a lot of guys in the lineup. They do have 6 hits and 7 walks, but they haven't been able to bring runs across at the rate that they'd probably like to. 2-0, as that one was a little low. Brown on first, 2 outs. 2 runs, 6 hits. The 1 error that brought in the 5th run. The only one of the day for either side. Well, after a series at Bossy Field in which Gateway committed 3 errors in each game, they're playing some good defense here. Still have not recorded an error so far through the first game and then some. Pretty defensive swing as that one's fouled off to the right side, and it's 2-2. LG Home run would put things a little closer. Maybe trying to get one to the opposite field. It's the problem. The Otters don't really have too many lefties. High chopper to third. That will roll foul left of the line. They'll remain at 2-2. And Logan Brown will have to head back to first base. 2016 signed with the Blue Jays, Galva. Entire season with the Dominican Summer League, then moved to the GCL for 2017. Was in rookie ball with the Bluefield Blue Jays. That was back in 2018, 2019 when there were a lot more minor league teams. That was back when the Pioneer League was a member of the minor league baseball system before that all got messed up in 2020, as that is swung on and missed for strike 3. Castillo strikes out for the second time today. First strikeout for Galva as he gets through a scoreless 7th. It's time to stretch here at Sauget, Illinois, as the Disco Penguins have a 5-2 lead on the Otters Digital Network. Seventh inning brought to you by Jacob's Pub. Jacob's Pub is proud to support the Evansville Otters in the Jacobsville neighborhood. Be sure to check out First Fridays on North Main Jacob's Pub at 607 North Main Street in Evansville. Luke Baker is back out there for another inning as he'll face off against Cole Brandon, Sawyer Smith, Jose Alvarez. 9-1-2 to lead off the 7th inning with the Disco Penguins up by 3, 5-2. Baker struggled to start, ended up settling down and got some good defense behind him in order to just get the one run across. Definitely could have been worse. That is called a strike, and it's 1-1. Luke Baker was with a few schools, Ole Miss, Jacksonville, and Dayton. Last 2 years was spent with Dayton. Only 14 1/3 his last collegiate season. Played in the MLB Draft League with the Williamsport Crosscutters before signing with the Ghost Peppers in the Atlantic League. Overall, really has not had too much playing time in his collegiate career. The most was it with Jacksonville, 18 2/3, and with the Bethesda Big Train of the Cal Ripken Collegiate League at 22 1/3. 1-2, he reaches out and pokes one foul off to the left side, and will remain at 1-2. Well, last year, Gastonia finished 68 58 in the Atlantic League. They won 10 of 11 to end the regular season, but didn't end up making the playoffs. They finished second in the division. Popped up foul near the box, but a little left. They'll remain at 1-2. Baker, 24 years old, standing at 6'6". He is in his first season with the Otters, signed all the way back on January the 19th. Cole Brandon 0 for 2 so far today. Both of those at-bats came against the starter Wiltsey, as that one misses just high, and it's 2-2. Baker really on that third base side of the rubber, deals the 2-2. Little low and away, and it's a full count. Trying to get him to swing at that Slider that just moves away from the hitter. Brandon wasn't budging, though. Payoff pitch. Fastball hit into left field. That will veer foul, go on top or near the clubhouses for both sides out in left field. Still remains at 3-2. Now another 3-2. And another foul ball. This one goes back to the screen. Brandon has 7 walks compared to 11 strikeouts. Now 12 after a strikeout, looking in the 5th inning. Trying to get some insurance here in the 7th. Long at bat here, another payoff. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So he strikes out for the 2nd time, and the 2nd K of the day for Luke Baker is out number 1 to lead off the bottom of the 7th. Back to the top of the order, Sawyer Smith. His first time facing Baker. He's 1 for 3 today, has a double, ground out to short, and a strikeout swinging. Good curveball hits the zone for strike 1, right at the bottom outside corner. Baker throws a nice 7th here. We might see him go out for the 8th, too. Little low, it's 1-1. Somebody warming in the bullpen for either side. Parento still out there for the Otters. See who it is on the other side after this pitch. Fouled back. Let's take a look. Little hard to see. Little hard to see. It is a righty. I know that for sure. That looks like number 17, Andrew Ronnie, who is in the bullpen for Gateway. Little outside, makes it 2-2. .276 coming into this game for Sawyer Smith. Another one low and another full count here against Baker. I might possibly just see Parento just due to the pitch count for Baker. He's now had back-to-back full counts. Other payoff. And it's called strike 3. Perfect curveball. It veers into the zone. And it's back-to-back Ks and 3 total for Baker. Now 2 outs here in the 7th. Great job from Baker settling down here. He's retired the last 4 he's seen. They'll now face a righty, though, in Jose Alvarez. He's faced 2 righties. Wargo singled. Davey Morgan hit into that 7-3-4 double play, which is a rare one. Definitely a rare one if you're scoring at home. That was a 7-3-4. That was Lynn Scott to Pierce to Jones. Quickly 0-2 against Baker. Baker looking to strike out the side here in the 7th inning. Alvarez 1 for 3 as well as Smith, but his one hit was a single. He ended up scoring, though. Inside, backs him up, makes it 1-2. Five runs, 7 hits. Only 2 on the side for the Otters. Got him swinging. Strike out the side for Baker. Now he's got 4 of them. As Baker sits down, Brandon swinging, Smith looking, Alvarez swinging, and a great day out of the bullpen for Luke Baker. As we head to the 8th, still 5-2 Disco Penguins as the Otters need to find something offensively on the Otters Digital Network. 8th inning is brought to you by McMahon Exterminating. Remember who can help with all your pest control needs. McMahon can. We have a pitching change, this time on the side of the Disco Penguins. Andrew Ronnie is into the game. The Otters got to get something going here. They're running out of time. Marcos Gonzalez, Sam Linscott, Mark Black will try to put some runs up on the board here for Evansville and try to keep them from dropping the first two of this series and the series in total. They need 3 runs to tie, 4 to take the lead, and they got 6 outs to work with. Now here in the top of the 8th. First pitch is called a strike. Andrew Ronnie has not pitched against the Otters yet this season. He's in his 5th appearance. He pitched on Sunday against Lake Erie through 2 innings of scoreless ball with 2 walks and a hit, but he did not give up any runs. 7.20 ERA, and that all came from 1 bad outing against Joliet on the 14th. He threw an inning, gave up 3 hits, 4 earned runs, and walked 2. Otherwise, 4 innings of scoreless ball. Check swing is, he went around, and it's 1-2. Gonzalez so far is 1 for 3. Hit the grounder that went off of Dale Thomas's face. That ended up being a double. Thomas now out of the game, and comes Wargo. We've seen him a couple times already over at third base. Now the 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and he gets Gonzalez swinging for his first strikeout of the day, and out number 1 in the 8th. So 1 out here in the top of the 8th. And that'll bring up Sam Linscott. Mark Black is after him. Otters have not scored since the 3rd inning. And they have been held to only 5 runs in this series. They're hitting some rough stretches of offense here, and it seems as though they haven't really been able to put anything together offensively on the road. Very dominant home team are the Otters, but they're not really showing that they can get it done when it comes to traveling to other teams' homes. 2-0. Fouled back. It's 2-1. 1-3 on the road. 10-2 at home for the Otters. It's a very difficult path here now, considering that we have 3 more road games after this one, then 3 home, and then back to 6 more on the road. Morgan, throw to first on the grounder to second, and that's out number 2. That'll bring up Mark Black. Next time these two teams play each other after this series is in July, back here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. July 7th, 8th, and 9th they play Gateway yet again, and then the last series is in Evansville in mid-August. First pitch called a strike. It's 0-1. So don't got to worry about Gateway for a little bit. It's Windy City, then Mississippi, then Schaumburg, then Lake Erie. And we're going to see a lot of Mississippi, Schaumburg, and Lake Erie in June, let me tell you. Travel to Lake Erie twice in 2 weeks. That's definitely going to be a trip. It's definitely going to be a trip. 1-1 to Mark Black. Is inside for ball 2. 92 on the fastball from Ronnie from Athens, Tennessee, a little bit northeast of Chattanooga. Went to East Tennessee State for all 4 of his collegiate seasons, including last year. He had a 2.67 ERA in 27 innings. Black has to duck out of ball 3, and it's 3-1. So first pro season for Ronnie. Signed all the way back on February the 3rd. ETSU, Johnson City, Tennessee. So far east that it's more north of a North Carolina city of Asheville. Fastball misses low. It's ball 4. Another walk for Grizzlies pitching, which is now the 8th. Salvaggio comes up now with a runner on and 2 outs. Otters looking to put anything on the board offensively here. They're down to 4 outs remaining as See a closer come in probably for the 9th if they can't score here. Well, if they do score and they don't take the lead by a bunch of runs, we'll definitely see the closer. Sam Gardner was the closer, but now he is in the Blue Jays organization after pitching to 3 great saves where he got all 9 outs via the strikeout. 0-1, good breaking ball, but it just misses inside. It's 1-1. Ronnie also played in the MLB Draft League with the Trenton Thunder in the summer of 25. Swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Ronnie had a very good first season as well with ETSU. 2.97 ERA and 33 1/3. Freshman All-American. Inside, it's 2-2. He went a perfect 5-0, 18 walks, 31 strikeouts. Third most appearances in 18 of them. Swung on and missed, and that's strike 3. Salvaggio strikes out Andrew Ronnie. 2 Ks in the inning. That is out number 3. And the Otters can't put a run across as we head to the bottom of the 8th. 5-2 Disco Penguins as they're 3 outs away from taking this series at home against the Otters on the Otters Digital Network. Bottom 8 here, 5-2. The Disco Penguin Grizzlies have the lead. We have a new pitcher. Pitching change brought to you by The Answer Auto Repair East. Get all of your battery needs at The Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or give them a call at 812-475-9000. That means 9,000 to the people at home who didn't understand what I was trying to say. I don't know. 5-2. It's 5-2. Parento into the game. Matt Parento is struggling to start the year off. 14.54 ERA and 4 1/3. Has not pitched since the suspended game all the way back last week in Florence. Through a inning and a third, gave up 3 hits, 5 earned, including a home run. And there's some discussion going on. Might be another pitch clock issue here. Schallenberger leading off. We're having another issue. It just keeps on keeping on. Here comes Kyle Goodell from third. Jordan Alfonso, the home plate umpire, he was the one that called the ground rule double a home run yesterday. He is he's not having the best week, to say the least. Schallenberger looks up to the box. It's a 32-on-32 matchup as Parento is going to get a couple more warm-up pitches. So Goodell having some more issues. Well, this is a good time to remind you of what happened yesterday. Ground rule double was called a home run. That was an issue. Then a slide into second was not called obstruction. That was an issue on the other side for the Grizzlies. Pitch clock, same thing with here. Caused a third issue, and then a missed tag at second caused a fourth issue. That was a crazy game. If you missed it, you missed a lot of stuff going on because that game was flying by up until the 6th inning, and then it just completely slowed down and everything turned on its head. Ball called, and it's 1-1 now after the pitch clock violation. Called a strike, it's 1-2. Schallenberger is 0 for 2. He has a walk and 2 flyouts so far today. Outside makes it 2-2.
The walk came in the first. It's the only Evansville walk of the entire game. And of course, it came to Schallenberger on 8 pitches. Bryson Horn then went deep for a
Parento, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts so far. Izzy fouls one into his own dugout. Still remains at 2-2. Parento, his first season with the Otters. Murray State last season. Great breaking ball is called strike 3. And Schallenberger's arguing, and he gets tossed from the game. He really didn't need to argue because that foul ball in 2-2 was going to be 2-2 if he hadn't gotten called for the pitch clock. I'm sure it definitely affected his approach, but there's not really any reason for it at this point. But he has been tossed out of the game, and he's still arguing with the umpires, not particularly enjoying the pitch clock issue. So Schallenberger is out of the game. And the only guy on the Grizzlies bench is Otto Jones. Tate Wargo's already been into the game. Otto Jones is a catcher normally. They don't have any other outfielders. They might put Castillo in from DH to play right field. He was originally supposed to play right field. But Schallenberger, because he's been ejected and the clubhouses are in left field, he's going to have to make the trek over there. And we'll see more warm-up pitches from Parento. See, this is the stuff you like when there's clubhouses that are not past the dugout, because then you just kind of have to take the walk of shame over into left field. Luckily, at Bossy Field, clubhouses are right behind the dugouts, which is good. But here, and also in Florence, nobody got ejected in Florence, but that's now 3 ejections in this series. McCauley and Landon Williman got ejected yesterday, and now Schallenberger will hit the showers early. So, first strikeout for Schallenberger did strike out for the first time, but first for Parento. And the first pitch is called a strike against Bryson Horn. Horn is having a fantastic day offensively. He's 3 for 3. Triple away from the cycle. He homered in the first, doubled in the 4th, and singled in the 6th. Fastball just outside, and it's 1-1. Check swing, no go, a little low, and it's 2-1. Couple of arms warming up in the bullpen for the Disco Penguins. Getting ejected as a Disco Penguin is such a funny concept, to be honest. You gotta walk back to the clubhouse wearing the wacky jersey. It's just a great time. Grounder up the middle and into center field, and Bryson Horn is 4 for 4 today. What a day for Bryson Horn. Offensively, he's having a fantastic day. 4 for 4, definitely gonna raise that average up by a good margin. He went 0 for 4 yesterday and has now made up for it and is now hitting at .500 in the series. Tate Wargo came in for Dale Thomas, had a sac bunt in the 4th. Advanced Bryson Horn, who hit a double to 3rd and then hit a single in the 6th. First pitch will be called a swing. I don't know if that was a swing, but we'll take it. It's 0-1. Runner on first, 1 out after the horn single. 0-1 is low and away, and it's 1-1 as he showed bunt, pulled it back. Parento from Carmel, Indiana. A little outside of Indianapolis. 1-1 is ripped into right field, and they'll drop in for a base hit. So Tate Wargo is 2 for 3 off the bench for the Disco Penguins, and that'll put 2 on with 1 out for Victor Castillo. Oh, Victor Castillo is going to be the possible new right fielder now that Schallenberger is in the locker room. So 2 on, 1 out. The Grizzly Penguins will try to get some insurance here. They score a couple runs here. They might not need to bring a closer in. It won't be a save situation for them. A 1-0. Outside on the fastball, 92. It's 2-0. Castillo is 0 for 3. Did reach on the air in the 6th inning, but otherwise has 2 strikeouts, both of them coming against Wiltsey. 2-0. Fouled off of Logan Brown. Well, Logan Brown's going to get a couple seconds. I was wondering why Jordan Alfonso came out to hand the ball to Parento, but it was to just give Logan Brown some time. Maybe he got shaken up a little bit there on the foul ball. You know, foul goes right off the mask. And never necessarily feeling good, but it's part of the job description when you're a catcher. Fouled off to the left side. It's 2-2. Foul ball brought to you by Hez Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Trying to get out number 2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Keep things at least within reach for the Otters. Most runs they've put up in an inning is 6, so they have an opportunity still. That one's low, and it's a full count, 3-2. Got to get out of this one, though. Try to avoid dropping to 11-6. Payoff is a foul ball right over the box. Remains at 3-2. Back-to-back singles. Bryson Horn, Tate Wargo have them at first and second. Strikeout of Schallenberger looking before the ejection is the only out. Another foul ball. Another nice at-bat here for El Penguins, Castillo. Another payoff pitch here from Parento. Standing third base side of the rubber. Salvaggio over near Horn, who's decent lead off second base. That one will miss ball 4. And the walk will load the bases with 1 out for Mitchell Sanford. Sanford looking to drive in a run here. Does not have a hit, hasn't reached quite yet. Ground out and 2 strikeouts on his docket so far today. First pitch is called strike 1. Parento has been at 5 schools. Sinclair Community College to start off in 2020. So that one's called a strike. It's 0-2. He had to transfer from Sinclair because they shut down, so he transferred to another community college in Parkland. Then was with Ole Miss for a couple years, Indiana State in 2024, and finally Murray State last season. Good dig from Logan Brown. 1-2 now. couple of the tallest guys on the team pitching back-to-back for the Otters. Baker at 6'6", with Parento at 6'4". The 1-2. Little low. A little too low. Those low strikes have been getting called, but not that one. Makes it 2-2. Parento, 25 years old. First professional season. 2-2 now. Got him swinging on a great breaking ball as Sanford goes down. Second strikeout of the inning and of the outing for Parento, and there's now 2 outs. Davey Morgan has been apt to bat with runners on before, hitting to a 7-3-4 double play. Now has the bases loaded here with 2 outs, but he does already have a home run so far today. Homer, that double play, and a strikeout has him at 1 for 3. Time's called as there's a ball on the field. Overall, the Otters, besides the 3-run homer from Horn, have been pitching very well. Been able to get out of jams, but the offense just has been completely stagnant against Grizzlies pitching so far. And it's been that pitching that has really kept them in games here to start off the series. Fastball was called a strike. Now the 1-1. Got him on a great breaking ball again. It's 1-2. Schallenberger got ejected, strikeout, and then the strikeout of Sanford has 2 outs. Trying to strike out all 3 outs here and leave the bases loaded. 1-2. In the turf, that'll get way past Logan Brown. 1 run will come in, 2 runs will come in, and a wild pitch brings in 2 more for Gateway as they have a 7-2 lead on a spiked ball in the turf that gets past Logan Brown. Not often does a wild pitch score 2 runs, but that is what happens here. Castillo moves to second base. Wargo definitely has some speed at second, and he uses that speed in order to get 2 bases on the pitch that went all the way over to the Otters dugout. Logan Brown didn't know where it was, and now the game is a lot more out of reach here for the Otters, 7-2. Payoff pitch, 3-2. Foul tip, and it's going to remain at 3-2. Now there's a runner on second with 2 outs. That made one of the worst hops I've seen here this season on that wild pitch. Went way out of the way of Logan Brown, so far away that he just couldn't find it. And it took Parento coming from the pitcher's mound to grab it. But before then, 2 runs had already come in. Another foul ball. Still remains at 3-2 here with 2 outs. Another payoff here from Parento. 3-2 grounder down the third base line and another foul ball. Another long at bat here against Parento, whose pitch count is already spiking here in just a couple thirds of an inning. Another 3-2. Swung on and missed strike 3. 3 Ks for all 3 outs in this inning, but in the middle of that, 2 runs score on a bad wild pitch that spikes into the turf and gets past Logan Brown. 7-2. Disco Penguins as we head to the 9th. The Otters trying not to lose this series as it's 7-2 on the Otters digital network. Top of the ninth here in Sauget as the Otters are down 7-2. They have not really been able to do much offensively ever since the second and third inning, as they have not been able to put a run across in a very long stretch of time for the second straight game. It will be the top of the order to face off against the new pitcher in Gage Vales. Vales coming in a non-save situation. It was a save situation before the wild pitch scored 2. Victor Castillo is in right field for Schallenberger, who got ejected after striking out looking last inning. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Castillo coming from the DH to right field, meaning that the pitcher will now hit. Interesting dynamic. They're trying to get the outs there. That's a pop-up first base side, and they're getting at least the first out here in the ninth, as the pop-up to the first baseman, Bryson Horn, is out number 1 for Vales. Well, Vales, one of the returners for Gateway. This is his 3rd season. He re-signed on April the 23rd. He has a 2.45 ERA in 11 innings. First pitch to Amani is popped up into foul ground. It will get out of play. Some great reaction time from Alvarez. He came out sprinting to try and get that one, but did not have enough room to get it. Monty Jones, 2 for 3, 2 singles and a walk. He's had a great series so far, but he has not really been followed well by the guys behind him in the order. Dennis Pierce 0 for 3, Logan Brown 1 for 3, both of them with walks, but guys haven't been able to take advantage of the walks. Only 1 of the 8 walks has come around to score, and that was Sam Linscott back in the second inning. They've been held scoreless since the 3rd. Grounder over, diving stop at second base, throw to first. A great defensive play by Morgan. And Davey Morgan dives to his left to get Jones at first, and that's out number 2. Looked like it was going to get past Davey Morgan, but he went full extension out there at second base to grab that one. Very good play defensively from Morgan. It seems like everything is going the Disco Penguins' way tonight, as that one's called a strike to Pierce. The Otters now down to their last out here in the top of the ninth. That is high for ball 1. The Otters still have yet to prove that they can really play on the road. After this, they'll fall to 1-4 on the road, 10-2 at home. 1-1 called an outside strike, and it's 1-2. Down to their last strike now are the Otters. A 1-2. Swung on and missed strike 3. And that'll do it. 1-2-3 ninth for Vales. Gets it done as the Grizzlies / Disco Penguins win the series. They win the first 2 games, and they will look to sweep tomorrow against the Otters, who have not been able to do much offensively so far in this series. 2 runs, only 6 hits with the 1 error. 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Gateway, and they will head home looking to sweep the series tomorrow at 6:30. The Otters, they look like a completely different team on the road. They have hit the ball insanely well at home. They've played some good defense. They've pitched amazingly, but on the road it just seems like they flip a switch and they just cannot do much offensively. And even the pitching was good today, but it just was not enough. They were going to have to be nearly perfect if they wanted to get out of this one with the victory. Overall, it was a bit of a disappointing day for the Otters as they dropped this one by a final score of 7-2. They scored one in the second, one in the third. The 3-run homer for Bryson Horn, though, was all that the Disco Penguins needed. They ended up grabbing one in the fifth and then 2 more in the bottom of the eighth just to make sure that things were really out of reach in Game 2. Bryson Horn, though, 4 for 4 on the day. He had a great day offensively. 3 RBI, 2 singles, a double, and a home run. He has played great today. After an 0 for 4 Game 1, he really came to play here in Game 2. And the Gateway Grizzlies, now at 8-9, will look to go to 500, 9-9 on the season tomorrow. The Otters fall to 11-6. If we check the out-of-town scoreboard, though, Schaumburg did beat Washington, which means we are still tied with Washington at the top of the Central Division standings. But 2 straight losses after 6 straight wins, definitely not what you're looking for if you are Evansville. But could put all that behind them, try and get at least a win here in the series, and then push all that aside, head to Windy City, and try to beat a team in which they swept this past weekend. But we'll see you tomorrow, 6:20 for the pregame, 6:30 first pitch here from Arsenal BG Ballpark for everybody here in Sauget. My name is Evan Patoka. We will see you tomorrow, where the Otters will try to move to 12-6 on the year before they head to Crestwood.